Alright, welcome back. So we're here with another video, and this video is going to be us talking about our baby mamas and answering questions about them. Alright, so how about you guys start off by introducing each other, or yourselves.
Okay.
Oh no.
Fine. You go first. Alright. So I'm Graham. Thank you for having me on your channel. I am from Elle and Babes, and my wife slash baby mama slash sugar tits is Elle. She's right there. You can't see her, but
There you go.
Alright, so I'm Ben. I'm from Colorado, so is my wife slash baby mama. And our channel is KB and Baby.
It's pretty late right now, and it was the last day of VidCon, so we're pretty tired out, but we're gonna get this video in for you guys, don't worry. Alright, so the first question is, when they gave birth, did they handle it well?
well, I have 3 experiences, and I'll just talk about the last one. She went natural, and I thought she was gonna die.
Why is that?
A lot of screaming, a lot of bleeding. She handled it like a champ, but I was scared. She handled it really well, and I could never do it. I cry when I'm throwing up, so.
I love that.
Alright, so for Sophie, I think she handled it really well. Like, going into it, we were scared about how it was going to be, because obviously she had never done this before, and she was starting off with twins, so that's pretty scary. But once we got there, and she got her epidural, which helped a lot, she started feeling better, and got a little bit giggly, and she did really well with pushing him out, and everything went really well afterwards also.
Yeah, so Katie, just kind of like going off what he kind of said, but Katie like went into it, like obviously this is our first time, like obviously like contractions are a lot of pain going into the hospital, but once she got her epidural, she kind of calmed down a little bit, but it was like right on her due date, and she was so ready and like about to pop. So she did have a really long like labor, and like it was pretty traumatic for me personally, because like obviously I've never been there and not know what to expect. And like at the end, she almost had to go into an emergency C-section, and her mom was in the room too, and we were like making eye contact, and we were like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But she handled it really well. Like Graham said, like I don't think I could ever do that. Like I'm just like like my pain tolerance is like nothing, and hers is like super high. So seeing her in that much pain with like that pain tolerance is just like insane. I'm like, nope, I'm out.
Mad respect to the baby mamas.
Yeah. Question number 2. What is the most annoying thing that our baby mamas do on a daily basis? Anyone can start.
I'll start since you haven't answered this already yet. I think the most annoying thing that Katie does on a daily basis, it's like really petty and like nitpicky, but it's like leaving, like after she's done with her shower, she doesn't turn off like the little knob, so it like leaves the shower head activated. So whenever I go in there to turn on the shower, I turn it on and it's freezing cold, and it just like gets me soaking wet with freezing cold water. And it's like super nitpicky, but like that's the only thing I can think of.
Okay, the most annoying thing with Sophie is probably that right after I get home from work every day, she just drops the babies off with me, and it's my turn to take care of them. And usually right when I get home, they, weirdly enough, both need their diapers changed and both need to be fed. So I don't know how that works out every day, but she's got a schedule down.
I would say the most annoying thing about Elle is that whenever she's like eating food or something, she will finish it and then she'll just let it sit by her. If she's sitting there for like 3 hours, she'll put it up when she's done for 3 hours, then I'll walk in and I'll just see it sitting there. I'm like, hey, are you gonna throw it away? She'll be like, yeah, when I'm done with my show. And I'm just like, I don't know, it just irks me. It's not that big of a deal because it gets thrown away, but it's just like, just go throw it away now. But yeah, other than that, I mean, there's really not much. She's always on her phone.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm trying to have a good fun time.
Oh yeah.
10 more minutes, Graham. 10 more minutes. So.
Alright. Question number 3 is, were they hard to handle when they were pregnant? So, Sophie really wasn't that difficult to handle. She just had like weird cravings, and when she wanted them, she was going to be the one who laid in bed, and I was going to be the one who went to the store at whatever hour it was to go get the tiny thing that she needed. And she's very small, so she usually ended up eating like a tenth of the amount that she actually wants me to get for her, but she's content afterwards, obviously, so it's all better.
Was she hard to handle? I don't think I would. I mean, obviously, like, she has more hormones. Like, Katie had more hormones.
It's too late, guys. It's way too much.
Obviously, Katie had, like, more hormones going through her body, and, like, she was just so, like, I remember she was just, like, so easy to, like, she would always, like, end up crying, versus, like, it would just be such, like, a little minuscule, like, argument, or, like, we weren't even arguing, or, like, something. She would start laughing, and then she would end just, like, legit crying, and I'd be like, what just happened? So, like, I feel like that's, like, the most, like, you just, like, don't know what it was. Like, obviously, it's, like, kind of like a bipolar, but obviously she's not bipolar, but it's just like there's so many emotions going on and you're just like, what just happened? Like, are you okay?
I'm going to second what both of them said. And Elle's pregnancies are really, really bad. She's always throwing up. So on top of that, I would deal with like buying her a bunch of stuff and then she would just throw it up. And then hate me because she threw it up. And then give me a kiss because she was sorry, and then she'd kiss me after throwing up, so you know what it is. So,
what's one embarrassing thing that has happened to them recently? So, do you want to start?
No, you can.
Okay.
You can.
So, to start off, right before we left to come down here while we were shopping, we were in the mall, and I was in the changing room. I remember I was just trying on different clothes for our trip. And Sophie was sitting out, and she was looking at her phone, and she was looking all serious at her phone, and I had no clue what she was doing, but it seemed really important at the time, and I didn't really think anything of it because I was just doing my own thing. And then after, I remember she told me that there was some website that was talking about giving away free gift cards, and she got DM'd it by one of our friends because one of our friends got hacked. And of course, she logs on to this other website and puts her password and username for Instagram into that website. And then some weird stuff happened to her account a little bit after, but nothing really bad. And then on our drive down, she got a phone call, and the person said that they were from Google, but it sounded really sketchy. And they texted her a number, and they told her to text that number back to her and do some other stuff. And of course, I wasn't really paying attention to her because I was driving, and of course she texted the number back and did what they wanted her to do, and then asked me about it like after, and I told her, no, don't answer their phone calls and don't do what they say.
So actually yesterday we were at the beach, and it was actually Elle's first time ever going in the ocean for some reason. She's been to the beach before, she just doesn't, I don't know if she knows how to swim. But the waves were coming in, and it's like 3-foot waves. If you've ever been in the ocean, you know what I'm talking about. Waves are pretty strong. So as the wave was coming in, she tried jumping over it, and the wave took her feet out from under her, and she fell down. So as she was falling down, that wave started sucking back in for the next wave to come. So it pulled her back into the water, and as she was getting up, another wave came, knocked her on her butt. It was like,
That's hilarious.
that reminded me of the video of the surfer dude. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Probably not.
Probably not.
But so anyways, that happened like 6 times, and I was crying because I was laughing so hard.
So, as I was thinking about it, like, in all honesty, like, Katie's, like, definitely the more mature one in our relationship, and, like, she definitely does, I'm the one that always embarrasses myself. Like, every time I'm like, did Katie, like, ever, like, embarrass herself? I just kept thinking of moments that, like, I would embarrass myself, so I feel like Katie doesn't really embarrass herself. It's just, like, she's always like, Ben, what are you doing?
Grandma always looks at me when you're answering, like.
Yeah, and I always look at Sophie when he's answering and when I was answering.
All right. How have they changed since becoming a mom?
Less adult time. But no, that is one thing, but also how have they changed? Elle has kind of changed. I mean, she's just become more mature, and I've gotten to watch her grow and myself grow from kids, raising kids, to grown adults, not really grown adults, but adults raising kids. And she's just a great mother, loving wife, and just has a great heart. So I've gotten to see that more and more over the years, and obviously the more kids we've had, the more loving she has for the kids.
So Katie like we met like straight out of high school. Like we both just graduated. Like super immature. Like we would go to amusement parks and like ride like every single ride that we could. We would like, I would like speed down the highway going like super fast. Like we were just like super like adrenaline junkies and like just stupid kids, really, honestly. And then obviously when she got pregnant, like after that it was like a completely different change. Like now that we go to an amusement park, Katie's like, oh my gosh, be careful. Or like whenever I like try to climb up like a post or something, or like to get a high, like just because I'm stupid, I just like climb up something, and she's like, oh my gosh, be careful. So it's just like she's just like so much more conservative and like, oh my gosh, like she doesn't want anything bad to happen to me or Ella, and it's just like she's just like super like mama bear and like protective.
Sophie has mainly changed in the way that she's been more like dedicated towards getting things done when they need to be done at the house. Like if she says she's going to do laundry that night, she makes sure she actually does it before we go to bed, instead of just like us deciding to put it off because it's more important now because we have twins, and so they both need clothes, and so we always need to be doing laundry and just like other things like doing dishes and making sure everything's like kept up well at the house. She makes sure it's done like on time. The next question is, do they act different in person versus in front of a camera?
So, yes, to an extent, Elle does act the same on camera as she does off camera, but at the same time, we are like real people with real struggles. Like me and Elle went through a full separation. Our life is not perfect. We're not going to glorify the bad things because honestly, we can pick and choose what we want people to see, and honestly, we want to document the good things in life more than the bad things in life, because the bad things in life are temporary and the good things last forever. So, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's you don't want to put the bad stuff out there, but there's definitely bad stuff, and that's normal. Like that's in every relationship, every marriage. Everyone goes through their ups and their downs, and we're not gonna glorify our downs all over the internet. So just.
You want to go or do you want me to go?
Can I just like copy and paste that for my response? Like honestly,
Do it, bro.
Nothing else said. That was beautifully done.
I think Sophie is pretty much like the exact same person. Like if any fans meet her, anyone meets her, they know like that she really is like who she is on camera, like the same person. The only thing is that like obviously we try and put on a smile and like try and be in a better mood when we're going to film so that it's more enjoyable for everyone to watch. But you can tell if we're not really in the best mood, and that does obviously happen sometimes. Alright, so the next question is, do our baby mamas have a different parenting style than us?
So, actually going into like Katie giving birth to Ella, like while she was pregnant, we actually like sat down and had this conversation of like our parenting styles and like what her opinions were on it and what my opinions were on it. And we kind of just like talked it through and like came to a consensus and like figured out, okay, like what we're gonna do in what situations, which like helped us out immense. One thing that we do like conflict on is like how I play with Ella. I guess it's like obviously I'm like throwing her in the air and like swinging her around, and Katie's just like, oh my god, what are you doing? Like it's just like she's like I said earlier, she's like mama bear and like protective, and I think it's just the fact that like I'm a little bit more rough when I play with Ella versus how she's more like sweet and sensual.
I would say for myself, or for Elle, I would say for Elle and for myself, our biggest thing is probably disciplining. So I was raised with 3 boys. It was my 2 older brothers and me, and then she was raised as the baby of the family, the only girl in the family. I was the baby of the family. So my parents disciplined me a lot different than she was disciplined. I would say I watched my dad discipline us as boys, and it's really hard for me to discipline my daughter Lacey the way I was disciplined, because I mean that's your little girl, you know, and my sons are too young right now to know like how I'm gonna discipline them, but I kind of let Elle do the, you know, hey, you're in timeout, all this stuff whenever Lacey's acting up, and I just kind of like sit there and like nod my head. So I would say that we just we kind of have different opinions when it comes to discipline, but at the end of the day, like it's not bad, and we make it work. So I don't know if that made any sense, but okay, cool. I hope you guys got it.
Yeah.
The one difference I guess we have is that I try and do things like efficiently in the way that I think they will work best. Like I'll take one of them, hold one of them in my hand, and like work on getting the other bottle made. while she wants me to just lay him down peacefully and give him his binky and make sure he's relaxed before I start getting the bottle out. But I just try and do it like quicker.
First and foremost, I just want to, not really first and foremost, it's just this beginning of the video, but now that I'm thinking about it, this dude, you're 19, right?
Yeah.
I could not do what he's doing.
Oh.
I saw this guy, one baby in his hand with a bottle, and then like the other baby in the car seat, and he was rocking it with his foot with another bottle, and he's asleep. And I was like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So props to you, dude.
Thank you.
Honestly, you're a super dad.
So the next question is, how much did they want to have sex after giving birth?
Juicy.
So, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh god.
Elle never wanted to have sex before she gave birth, so she never wanted to after. So, honestly, that's just the truth. And we've only had sex 3 times, and she got pregnant all 3 times, so it's real shit.
Wow.
I'm totally kidding.
I was gonna say, what?
So, it actually got really good, but not right after she gave birth. So, like now, it's quite often, but she was in no rush, let me tell you that.
Yeah.
She wanted to recover first.
She wanted to recover.
Alright, so I feel like with Katie,
Be careful, dude.
yeah. When it comes to like Katie after she gave birth, like she was like super scared. Like she did tear a little bit, but like not enough to have stitches. So obviously your doctors recommend like, I don't even know exactly, it's like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. But I don't think, kind of like he said, there's like she was not in a rush to get into it like right off the bat at all, just because she was obviously so scared and nervous. But I remember like going down there with like a flashlight. She was like, "How is it? Like, tell me like what it looks like. Like, explain to me in explain to me in graphic detail." And
No,
then
but can we all agree that we all expected it to be much worse than what it actually was?
True.
Yes, I think, yeah.
One more and then we're done.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna end on a positive note over here.
The last question is, what is your favorite thing about your baby mama?
damn. So I think my favorite thing about Katie is like just her. Stop, Katie. So I think my favorite thing about Katie is just like seeing her be a mother and like seeing all the responsibilities that she has and that she takes on like so well. Like when it comes to like dishes or laundry or like there's just so much that she has to maintain like while I'm working or while I'm away. And she has to maintain and like make sure that everything is going well so that when I come home it's still like a functioning household. Just like little things like making sure to remember everything that we need for Ella is like blows my mind. Like a change of clothes, diapers, wipes. Like at the beginning, I just like that didn't really run through my head, I guess. But like Katie was on top of everything and like knew exactly what we needed and like exactly the next step, and it just like blew me away, and it still does to this day.
So my favorite thing about Sophie is probably like her perseverance and how she's really willing to try really hard to do everything she can for our babies and make sure they're happy and healthy and always have whatever they need and more.
My favorite thing about Elle, and honestly, I've been thinking and I'm still trying to decide, but I'm probably gonna go with the fact that she not only has the same heart that she had when I first met her and fell in love with her, but her heart, I don't know how to say it, but like her love just keeps growing and growing, you know, and that's the beautiful thing about being teen parents and being young parents.
You done?
Hey,
Yay! Well,
High five.
We need an outro.
Oh,
Found it.
I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and make sure you go check out their channels. And if you did enjoy this video, give it a like, and if we get enough views and likes, then hopefully we'll be able to do more videos with guys.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
you guys
Everything's
like it?
teen mom.
Boys rule, girls
Yeah.
drool.
Yeah, we're gonna change the thumbnails.
Oh,
To
Lord.
teen dads everywhere.
Teen
Teen
dad.
moms.
Yep.
Teen dad.
Bye guys. Bye guys. Bye guys. All right.
Bye guys.
Oh, Lord.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys.